Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back to another video, and in this video, I'll be doing an overview of Shriek, I believe it's pronounced, or Shrike, or Shriek, the Unmasked version. This is from the Batman Beyond. I'm not too sure if this is a storyline, or it's just Batman Beyond, the cartoon, or whatever. But anyway, so, I'll be talking about the figure itself, in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to now support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at front of the box, this side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, you do come with a card. This is what the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with two accessories. It does come with this shockwave or sonic shockwave, we're going to call it. They're pretty much simple, just see-through. You can see on there, you put his hands inside there. There's two of them. It's pretty cool. And it comes with a regular puck that he's on. So let's take a look at this figure. We'll start off with the articulation. So hopefully my camera can pick it up. Come on, camera, pick it up. There we go. So head articulation, left, right, good, up, down, very, very good. Very good head articulation overall. Look at that. Very, very, very good. Shoulder articulation, it's good as well too. Bicep is somewhat limited because of the shoulder piece, but it does articulate a little bit. Elbow articulation, good. And then wrist, it does this whole thing, not a whole lot of articulation, but it does something though, so I guess that. And we'll do torso articulation, which is really, really, really good. Look at that. Really good torso articulation. And we do a swivel as well, too. So overall, the upper body articulation, it's good except for the wrist and a little bit of the bicep. But apart from that, it's really, really good. Let's do the lower torso. So leg articulation, good. Knees, good. Ankles, good. And of course, toes. Good. So overall, the upper body, or not the upper body, lower torso articulation is good, and the whole entire figure itself, in terms of the articulation, it's good. Now let's talk about this figure. And right away, this head sculpture, it is fantastic for the price that you pay for, that I pay for, I should say. One, the painted face, the lips, the little beard right here, the eyebrows, the eyes, just the head sculpture looks really, really good. Then you got here on his ear, you got a little piercing on there, and then you have just the hairstyle, which is all bald, but the color and sculpture design, fantastic looking figure. And again, for the price that I paid for this figure, it is top notch. Just look at that detail on the head sculpture design. Then you got the shoulder piece here. You have this weird looking shoulder piece right here, like an armorist per se, but it looks weird looking and futuristic. It should look futuristic because this is from Batman Beyond, but it looks good. Then you got this big old part right here on the wrist. Then you have here as well too, I don't know what we want to call it. And you got his hands on there too. Very weird looking. That's how it looks like in the character. I mean, in the comic. There's the back of it as well too. You got more sculpture design there. Clean looking, all straight lines. I like that. Look at that. See all the lines right here? They're all straight. I like that. More sculpture design there. And then the other side, it's going to be same thing with his left arm. Just that weird looking shoulder piece. Gauntlet. You got some scuff mark here, which is not a bad thing. Good looking figure. And then underneath it here, on the wrist, you can see that right there. That weird shockwave. I don't remember what you call it. I know this character's from Batman Beyond, but I haven't seen Batman Beyond in quite a while. So my memory of this character isn't too well, so excuse me, but he has this right here, and I'm assuming he does sound waves, I believe. If I remember correctly. But anyway, so the arms look really good, similar to the ones in the animated series that I remember. Then you got this huge piece right here in the center. Then you got this weird shock, glowy thing, clear thing. And look at the abdomen as well, too. Got a little bit of design here of the abdomen. You can see when you kind of flex it back. All that detail. Good looking figure, man. Really good looking figure. Clean looking, plain looking colors. Just essentially white on top of black. But it is a good looking figure, man. Especially that head sculpture. It looks fantastic. And so overall, what I think about the upper body, it looks great. It looks really, really good, especially this head sculpture. And I'm telling you, when you see this head sculpture in person, you're gonna be like, wow, what the hell? That looks good. And for the price that I paid for, which we'll talk about in a bit, it is just fantastic. So overall, the upper body looks really, really good. McFarlane did a really good job with this particular figure. Take a look at the lower body. You got some sculpture design. Hopefully, my camera can pick it up. Sculpture design there. You got the inner thigh as well too. Weird looking sculpture designs. Look at all of that detail. Very, very weird looking sculpture design, but it looks very futuristic. But then again, this character is from Batman Beyond, futuristic. More sculpture design there on his glutes on there. Hamstrings on there. Look at that detail. Fantastic looking figure. Really, really good looking figure. And McFarlane did a really good job with this particular figure. Man, really good looking. In terms of the paint job, it is a bit plain. Like I said, it's going to be essentially white on top of black. The majority of it is black. But again, like I said, this is how he looks like in the animated series and in the comics. So there's that though. But overall, it is a good, clean looking figure. And I really like it. Especially for the price that I got it for. Because for the price that I got it for, whew, it is a steal and a must buy. So there's that. Overall, fantastic looking figure, and it looks really good. So of course, the main question is it worth it? Should you go out and get this figure? For the price that I paid for, heck yeah. I paid this for $10 at Best Buy with taxes. Well, I essentially paid $10 for this figure. And so for that price, yes, definitely a must buy for that price. But even for retail price, I think it's a good looking figure for even retail for $20. So of course, if you would ask me, is it worth it? Yes. For retail, I think for $20, it's a good deal, especially with the head sculpture design. $10 what I paid for, heck yeah, definitely get one. I've seen this go for like $5 on Amazon once. So if you can get it even cheaper for $10, there you go. Regardless of the price though, what I think about the figure, that's a good looking figure. I like it, and yes, I highly recommend getting it. It's a fantastic figure, and you can probably get this figure on sale for like maybe $10 or maybe $8 or even probably 15 or less. So overall, what I would give Shriek, the unmasked version, it's a thumbs up for me. Definitely recommend getting it, especially for the price they're going for right now. The little clear spots right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, like right there and here. Definitely see it here, but they're just a little bit different in color. This is more like a greenish with a little bit more greenish blue. This is more like a lighter blue or darker blue, I should say. So hopefully that makes any sense. But just the colors on here and here, they're very, very, very small and subtle differences. But it's there. But apart from that, the figure itself is pretty much identical. The paint job is the same. The sculpture design is the same. The only subtle difference is going to be, like I said, it's just going to be obviously the head sculpture, but the paint on the little dots on there. Here we have Batgirl and Shriek. This is Batgirl from Art of the Crime, I believe it is called. I made a video of it not long ago. Both good looking figures, more comic accurate. And I think having these two figures look side by side look really good when you look at them, especially the head sculpture, because I like this head sculpture, and I think McFarlane did a really good job with this particular figure, and I think this might be my best Batgirl figure McFarlane's ever made. But regardless though, here we have Shriek next to Batgirl. Here we have Batwing next to Shriek. Very futuristic looking character, Bat Family character, and of course Shriek itself from Batman Beyond. Really good looking figure. I really like this figure. Like I said in the video for this one, it's a good sculpture design figure, and I like the paint job, but there's so much detail in the sculpture where it overshadows it. This one, I think it's fine with all black. Yes, you see a lot of sculpture design in the lower body and the legs, a lot of sculpture, but there's not so much to where it ruins it, if that makes any sense. Like this one, I'm telling you, if you see this in person, you're going to look at all the sculpture design, so much detail that it gets overshadowed by the paint. This one, it has sculpture design, but not a whole lot. They're just big pieces of sculpture where the black is fine. So hopefully that makes any sense. But nonetheless, so there we got Shriek next to Batwing. When we're talking about Batman Beyond, you have to bring, of course, Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis. Here we have the regular one. I'm pretty sure this is the regular one next to Shriek itself. I say regular one because I know there was a Target exclusive one to where the figure itself is pretty much identical. If I remember correctly, it's just going to be the head sculpture is going to be different. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But from what I remember, it's going to be the head sculpture. But regardless, though, here we have Batman Beyond next to a villain from Batman Beyond, Shriek itself. They both look good standing next to each other. And again, for the price that I paid for $10, damn, it's a fantastic deal. Definitely get one before they're gone. I'm telling you, get one of these figures for the price right now they're going for. Definitely a must buy. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. Then comes an overview of Shriek Unmasked version from Batman Beyond. And on to the next one.